honorable members, fellow South Africans. No country has ever gambled its way to prosperity. Let me repeat that. No country has ever gambled its way to prosperity. Some might win for a moment, but many, far too many, are losing. The gambling companies operating in our country are not here to make South Africans win. They are here to make as much money as possible, regardless of the social cost, regardless of the human suffering that follows in their wake. It has been over a year since Rise Mzansi started sounding the alarm about the growing gambling addiction crisis that is gripping our nation. When I began this journey, when I first raised my voice in this house, many dismissed my warnings. Many did not yet grasp the magnitude of the problem, the exponential growth of gambling addiction, the quiet but destructive epidemic spreading in our communities. I was, in truth, a lone voice in Parliament. But today, I am grateful because many of you have come to see what I saw then, that South Africa is in the middle of a gambling addiction pandemic. And together, we are beginning to respond to it with the urgency and seriousness it deserves. Honorable members, the human cost of this crisis is staggering. Gambling addiction is not an individual problem, it is a national public health and social crisis. Families are breaking apart, homes are being lost, people are drowning in debt, and most painfully, lives are being lost to suicide. Gambling used to be a form of leisure, a pastime, but not anymore. Today we are seeing ordinary South Africans gambling money they simply cannot afford to lose. Social grants recipients are gambling away the very funds meant to put food on their tables. Students are gambling away their NSFAS allowances, risking their education and their dignity for fleeting thrill. And in this exam period, school children, our nation's future, are gambling instead of studying for a better future. And while our people are losing, the gambling industry is booming. It is now the fastest growing industry in South Africa. In the past year alone, 1.5 trillion rand was wagered. Think about that. 1.5 trillion rand of hard-earned South African money siphoned away through gambling platforms, casinos, and betting apps. And while South Africans are losing, the gambling operators are winning big. They made 75 billion in gross gambling revenue last year. Yet from that enormous sum, they paid only 6 billion rand in direct taxes. And do you know how much went to support the rehabilitation and counseling of gambling addicts